And next, updates on the state assembly elections in the East Indian state of Bihar. Voting concluded in some places, while long queues are still seen in places where polling will now conclude at 6 p.m. for the first phase of polling. This is going on in 121 constituencies spread over 18 districts of the state. 53.77% voter turnout has been recorded till 3 p.m. with the maximum turnout of 59.82% recorded in Begusarai district. People from all walks of life have enthusiastically exercised their franchise to elect their leader. Elaborate security arrangements have been made to ensure free, fair and peaceful polling in the state. The electoral fate of 1,314 candidates will be decided in this phase. DD India's Deepika Mehto joins us from Patna, Bihar. Deepika, first tell us how has capital Patna voted this time?
Very enthusiastically, Tanvi, if you look at and compare the numbers of the year 2020 as compared to the current year, the total voting percentage has been more than 53% here in Patna, whereas in the year 2020 it was somewhere around 51%. And right now we have not even concluded the complete voting. We would have the final percentage after 6 p.m. as well, which will be updated by 6:30 p.m. or 7 p.m. by the Election Commission of India. And also when we had a word, when we interacted with all the voters, they were very enthusiastic because, as you said, that 1,314 candidates are there, and out of that 91% are men. But what we saw here in Patna, in the capital city, is that many women came out in great numbers to participate in the voting procedures. And right now also we can see when many last minute voters who are coming in, because we have one more hour left to vote in this particular phase one of this particular elections. So coming back to the women angle, because we have such less representation out of the 1,314 seats across these 121 constituencies, that many of the female voters came in large number, and they urged everyone not only to come out of their homes, vote, but also to actively participate in such procedures, because this is not just a festival of democracy, but this is their very right that they can exercise. Right now also you can see that what sort of arrangements have also been made by the Election Commission of India to encourage the voters. And also interestingly, Tanvi, there are 15 lakh first time voters this time in the first phase of elections, and many of them participated very enthusiastically. They had their own key issues, and keeping in mind, they selected their own party, and the fate will be decided and the results will be out on the 14th itself.
Okay, Deepika, you must have spoken to a lot of voters today. What issues primarily have dominated voters' minds this time around?
When we talk about the issues, and especially because we had a word with many of the voters, straight from the old aged voters to the first time voters to many men and women, and there are a key number of third gender voters as well. But when we talk about the key issues which are on the agenda, even in the manifestos of the main parties, is that they talk about job creation, because employment is one of the major key agendas here. They are also talking about infrastructural development, not only in Patna but across Bihar when we talk about it, because there is a lot of infrastructure development which remains to be seen here in Bihar. And when we talk about it, because infrastructure development will cause more job creation, and it is a complete circle that goes on. And the third agenda is the deep gender divide, which needs to be eroded. This is what the voters spoke even in the bites. They said that even if we look at the representation of all the assembly constituencies, and out of 1,314 candidates, there is just 9% of women representatives. That means a lot, which means that there is a gender divide which needs to be eradicated. Another very important key development, key issue here is the issue of the caste system, because there is again a deep divided caste issue which is going on since ages, from Bhumihars to Yadavs to Muslims. This caste system and this particular divide is also pushing the states and the voters to their respective agendas, to their respective issues, and leading them to vote whatever they have in their mind. So these are some of the key issues which have been coming up again and again when we talk about Bihar Assembly elections, and that has been very prominently listed out in the manifestos of the respective parties as well. Tanvi.
Okay, thank you very much, Deepika Mehto. Well, as some places are still seeing the voter turnout, so we expect the numbers to even go higher. Thank you very much for all the updates.